you've lost your identity, haven't you, Tanya? And I said, I didn't have an identity. I had trauma. That was it. When I took the trauma away, it's like, whoa, who am I now? Because everything it was what, we are carrying. So that begins to, that's where we make our decisions from, and, where our dreams even come from, what we've been told and what we've been taught that isn't ours. So when we get rid of all of that, this is when we are brand new, and it's like, right, who am I? Who do I want to build? Like has anybody had that, like, build a bear, where you go in and you say what color you want it to be and this and that and all of that. This is what when we get rid of these stories, this is what we can do. So this is actually a really, really positive time. A very positive time. Probably, I would say that this is the most positive time that we have had in this last 3 years. Okay. Over these next couple of weeks, this next month or so. I want to say as well is notice what is coming up and annoying you or triggering you, or what is a cause of frustration to you at this moment. Because we are never angry for the reason we think we are. Okay? If something really annoys us, which is Aries energy as well, if it's hysterical, it's historical, it's something from the past. And we are probably blaming the person in front of us who wasn't even around in the past or the situation that wasn't even around in the past. So when we're getting triggered, it's something from the past, and it's going to show up. Okay, it's going to show up probably within the next week or whatever, because this energy of Aries, it's raw, it's primal, it's wanting to take us back to who we truly are, not the person that we were born into this world as. And then what we done, we kind of, we got built up like this by other people. And now we've got to take all of that stuff off and figure out who we really are, and remember who the fuck we are as well, because this is Aries energy. Aries, they're unstoppable. Aries drive is amazing. Aries will never fail at anything because they will go after it. And the only way that you can fail is if you don't try. Okay? So the energy here that's coming in over this next couple of days is it's a really good time to set intentions. Okay, so I want to say to you now, to bring up tensions. Okay, anything that's tension, it's showing you where there is resistance. Okay, so there could be tensions and intentions. This is what we're talking about. So think about it now for this moment. In 6 months' time, right? Where do you want to be? What would change? Okay, think about it. Really try to get it there. What is it that you want different in your life in 6 months' time if you could have whatever you want? And then now think about what is in the way of you getting that. Okay. You just had your pilot light checked and relit on Friday. Amazing, amazing small white flowers. Right. Okay. So have you got what's in the way as well? Confidence. Yeah. Anybody else? What's in the way of them not getting the life that they want? So in this 6 month, okay. So there's 6 months. What is in the way? Anybody? There's confidence there. Fear will probably be a big one. Okay. All of these things, whatever it is that you're thinking when you're watching this, all of these things are pointing back at you. Yeah, small white flowers got it. It was a jinx. We got it at the same time there. This is it. It's the us that is in the way. So this Aries moon is get out of your own way. This is what it's asking us to do. Okay? Like I say, this is what I do in the course. It's we challenge, we change the pathways in our brain so we kind of think in the way that we did. So I really love this energy. I really, really do. Okay. And, you know, Marianne said there be love, and I get that. I do. But I feel that we are looking at love in a different way. So, myself included, it was like, yeah, love is the answer, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It's not, because we are mistaken love. If we think that the world is all love and light, we are getting it wrong, because it's not. There is darkness there. We're going to see darkness. We're going to see that coming in. There's going to be a bit of anarchy. There's going to be a bit disruption. We're going to see things that aren't nice, okay? Because that's where the world is going. Last time, we had similar placements. We had the American Revolution. We had the French Revolution. They were all good in one way, but there was a lot of destruction to get there. Okay, so like I say, it's going to be bittersweet. So when we're talking about love, what we do is we need to love ourselves first. And to love ourselves first is to get us in a space where we are well equipped for whatever comes at us. Okay? So this is it. We've got to get ourselves match fit, so to speak. We've got to actually start letting the stories define us and start to say, hold on, I am not my story. I don't want to play a victim anymore. I don't want to be a victim of life. I don't want to be a victim of my parents. I don't want to be a victim of my ex, of my circumstances, of whatever. I want to be a victor. And that's it. We change it. We change it. Because one is disempowering ourselves and one is empowering ourselves. And as I said before, think of this Aries energy. It's the baby. We've all seen, the kids at school, and they're the ones that, you say boo to them and they cry, and it's, oh no, they said this, they said that. That's not going to help us in this world. It's not. We need this drive. We need this kind of, this tenacious toddler that is going to be, there's no stopping me. I want to climb. It's like we, if you think, when we first start to walk, we don't know how to do it. And we fall down more times than we actually manage it. But then we learn to run. We learn to walk, we learn to stand, we learn to climb, we learn to run. Okay? So it's not going to happen overnight. But the thing that will change it is us making that choice. Do I want to live in the past and let the past define my life? Or do I want to start to invest in my future? Because your future is what will give you rewards. Your past has already given you shit. And if you want to carry that shit around with you as well, it's going to start to stink. It really is. So it's about actually choosing the future, because that is that is where we're going. We can't go back to where we've been. And at this moment, when we are present, and if you're listening to this, thank you. I appreciate this, and I appreciate your presence here. But this is where we choose. No more, It's like no more the fool. Remember that song, Elkie Brooks, I think it was. Because the fool isn't foolish. The fool is free. And the fool is freedom. So what I feel has happened here, and what they're saying has happened, is that, we've all been in this healing phase. And it's almost like we've got quite comfortable in that phase. We've got comfortable with kind of the recuperation. We've got comfortable with the, all right, okay, yeah, people are actually acknowledging my pain now, so I'm going to sit in it a little bit more. That's not what healing's about. That's not what healing's about at all. So what this is saying here is you don't have to fight now. That is one of the keys. It's saying that you don't have to fight now for your survival. You have survived. Okay? All you have to do now is love yourself enough to move out of the space that you're in. You know, if somebody goes into hospital, they have an operation or something like that, then they get let out of hospital. It's like, right, okay, you're ready now, stitches are healing, whatever. Go on, back in the real world. Be a bit careful, stuff like that, but back in the real world. And what we're all doing is we're all wanting to still stay in that hospital bed. We're wanting Florence Nightingale to come along and make us better. And that's not the point. That's not healing. That's actually going, right, okay, yeah, I'm just going to stay here and I'm already healed, but I will actually get sicker if we do that. So we need to get back into the flow. We need to get that momentum coming again, because if we, it's, we've climbed a mountain and there will be other mountains to climb, but now we've done it. And, our body remembers, muscles have memory, emotional muscles have memory. Okay. So if we've got through the bad things, and this is what I want to say as well, they're saying to me here, is the stuff that you're afraid of has already happened. Okay. Because fear comes from an experience. We're only ever born with two fears: loud noises and heights. So whatever it is that you're scared of, or you're sitting there scared of, you've already experienced it. Okay. Now, once we've already experienced something, then it's never the same the first time, the second time, never. So it's like going on a roller coaster. You stand in line and you're terrified, you're really scared, and then you go on and you realize, oh, this is quite fun. So the next time you go on it, it's not as scary. You've already done it. And this is what is happening with our trauma and our wounds. Okay. We've already experienced them, but the thought of the fear of them, we've built that up in our head, and it isn't real. Okay. It isn't real. What we should be more scared of is actually staying, like kind of tied to, this is my life. No, it's not. We can change it at any point in our life that we want to. Okay. So it's like, yes, it's nice to have support. Okay. It is nice to have support. And even groups like this, people support each other with this. A lot of people think when they find the perfect person, their life will be better or whatever, and I want to say that when we look for things to fill a void within us, what we're doing is we're not filling it with ourselves. If we are around people who are doing their own work, this is when we can support. This is when we can get community. It's like commune, they're saying. This is holy commune, holy communion, that's the word, sorry. So this is it, when we're working together, holy communion is when we're working with spirit, isn't it? In the religious sense. And this is it. We've got to realize that we are perfect as we are. And if there are any voids or any holes within us, it's up to us to fill them. Nobody else can. And this is why often when we get what we think we want, or get what we feel we want, we end up still unhappy. Because it's not us that's actually filling that. And then when that person or that thing or that shiny thing that we wanted, that was going to make us happy, goes or loses its flavor in some way, then we go into that unhappiness again. And this is what it's saying here. This is saying that life, why are we in such a rush to get to the promised land kind of thing? Why are we in such a rush to get to there? Because this is about pacing ourselves. It's like we get a book. I mean, somebody once told me about this app, and I think it's called Blinkist. And basically, it takes all the best parts out of a book and gives you them, and you can read a book in 10 minutes. That to me is absolute bollocks. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? It says so much about the world now. It's everything quick fix, quick fix, quick fix. We're on this earth for a very short time, 70, 80, 90 years if we're lucky, okay? Yet we're wanting to get this thing so that we've got it and we've got it secured and then we'll be secure. No, we won't. We can miss experiences with that. So what this is saying is just know that this is, it's all part of the journey. None of us here are at the end of our journey yet. We're not. It's just beginning. We've left that old journey behind, and this is the new one. This is where we can create for ourselves rather than have it created for us. Again, this Aries in energy, like a child. Have you ever seen a child when they first learn to tie their shoelaces or something, and you try to do it for them? They're determined. They want to do it themselves. And this is where we are. What is it we want in our life? And this is the choice that we've got to make with this Aries energy. This is the path that is going to be presented to us. Do we create our own future, or do we allow ourselves to sit and fester in the pain of our past? Okay. It's almost like, do you know what I mean? Are we planning our own funeral? We might as well be there if we're not actually still wanting to live. They say some people die at the age of 25 and don't get buried until they're 75. And I don't believe anybody here wants that. So it's about getting out of your own way. It's about seeing that this is an absolutely amazing opportunity for us. And what we've gone through, we're almost there. We're almost there. But we've got to know that we are safe within ourselves. Okay, we've got to be grateful for what we've got. We've got to actually see that happiness is something we can choose at any time. Okay, and we've got to realize that our future is going to be better than our past. And that is magic. That is when we start to manifest from a place of abundance rather than a place of lack. When we are manifesting from the past, we are manifesting from lack.